Okie dokie. Meanwhile, what does Amazon have to say? I ordered a bunch of stuff yesterday. Gotta get that bow shield slathered all over there. The microcontroller I want to use. Is this the stupid Arduino 101? Let's order these and even open them yet. There's some ESP32. I forgot. S3s? Why did you tape a Ziploc bag closed? Okay. Cute. A little pack of gum. Okay, so here we have an adorable little. The main reason I bought these is because they were USB-C, and I just hate micro USB and don't want to ever order anything micro USB ever again. So this is a ESP Room32. Wait, did I not get the S3? No, I don't remember. Somewhere we should have some USB-C cables. Uh-oh. This is very long. It's unnecessarily long, but okay. So, got this little chappy. Let's get the breadboard handy just for kicks. Got a beautiful bright red light. Well, adorable. Maybe we'll just leave the whole thing on a breadboard. Then eater style. Okay, so we'll get all this. I'm gonna do all this crap. I have a Bash RC on this platform. I'm using Bash. I don't know. Be done each time a new terminal is broken. ESP matter. So what? I guess I'll have two things here. Oopsie. Some of these exports, but I don't know. Okay, this is taking a long time. I guess that means heat's working. That's good news. Heat working. That Twitch thing is on Friday. I've been testing and making weird changes. I did do the thing we talked about yesterday, which is very silly, which is have the client try to determine if we're in the stupid disconnected dog state. Seems to work. Seems to work. The problem is it's this weird scrutiny issue where if you're doing a lot of testing, Cloudflare seems to be like, oh, I should keep this in memory. Someone keeps checking it out. So you end up in a state where it seems like everything's fine and that there's no errors happening. In code, how's it going, Ben? I've been streaming all week. We got a new thing we're doing. I don't know. This may be all a terrible idea. Some parts of this idea are cool. Some parts of this idea are terrible. So I also accidentally showed all of my my invoices, which is great. I love showing private data on stream. It's like a hobby of mine. At least this time it wasn't like something that was NDA'd. Okay, so we do want to look at this though. Can I just view this? Gonna let me do that? Of course not. Of course not. That would be too useful. Can I do anything, please? Okay. So, bought this thing. It was very toxically dirty, but super cool. We took it all apart on stream yesterday. Figured out how the guts work. Seems pretty simple. The only part that's annoying are the little lamps and lights and stuff are 48 volts, or sorry, 24 volts. So we bought some weird kind of suspicious things on Amazon from China that will hopefully let us in 2 stages step up 5 volts to 24 volts, which will definitely be totally safe. Then I cleaned this last night, and I think I gave myself some illnesses related to all of the weird industrial chemicals for all over it because my throat's not feeling so hot today. So anyway, we got it. It's cleaned up now. It's clean as a whistle. We spent a little time doing a very bad CAD model just to start to think about how we're going to make a base for it, because I would like a little base for it. And now the goal here is we've got 6-7 switches, 5-ish lamps. We want to try to use the new Matter API, SDK, both, to make this device show up in home automation systems where you can just say hey, if you press that button, the lights will turn on, or if you get an email, a little indicator light on it will show or whatever. So maybe we're gonna try. So the issue is this SDK just hit 1.0 in the last couple weeks, and none of the lazy easy tools that I would normally use, just use Arduino with some library and make life really easy, none of that's available. So it is all C++ that to my eye looks a little yucky, one might say. It's a little bit yucky looking. And so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. We have to deal with the yuckiness. Go look at this light example. Just seems like there's too many moving parts for this. Why is there so much code to do this? What is all of this code? What is Zap? What? I don't know. We have to do a light switch, main. What does that mean? What does that mean? Maybe some robot's gonna make that for us. But it just feels so this is the main. Actually, this one's not too long. There's look at all this code. Why? Why is there so much code? Why is there so much code for a light switch? I don't know. Well, that's so the goal is that those buttons you'll just map them to whatever you want in your home app. So I've tested that with this silly thing, but with another approach where I could emulate it in HomeKit to kind of just look like whatever I want. And so this thing shows up in HomeKit as just a switch that I can hit to like turn the lights on and off or whatever. That requires Homebridge to do it that way, which definitely made life way easier. But I'm trying to do this directly with Matter. I might decide it's too obnoxious. But yeah, you could, in theory, connect the trapdoor to whatever you want. The problem with that switch, though, with the e-stop switch like that, is it will lock, and you'll have to unlock it. And I don't actually know if the Matter spec is going to support that, like support the idea of a switch being pressed and held. I don't know. So we'll see. How's it going, Ben? What are you working on? Why is this so slow? Bootstrap may take a few minutes. Please be patient. It's been a few minutes. No more than a few minutes. A job with Take-Two? What's Take-Two doing these days? Didn't somebody buy them? Who owns Take-Two? Or are they just, is Take-Two still a free agent? Can keep track. Whoa, for a Kerbal 2. That's exciting. You're not going to work for 2K making like a soccer game or something? Forgot Take-Two owns Rockstar. Maybe I had it backwards. Am I thinking of... So it's not all the studios? I am so confused. For the cutscenes, just direct them to T-pose and it will generally be fine. Equally shares control of NBA 2K along with the NBA. Previously had a 19% interest in Bungie, which toned over to Microsoft. But I can't keep track of any of this. So Take-Two also had a 2.3% interest in Twitch. I don't know, man. It's all too complicated. Studio expansions. Okay, maybe I guess I'm thinking of them. I had some acquisition thing in my mind, but I think it was them acquiring. So they bought Codemasters for inexplicable reasons. Oh, the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia bought 3.9 million shares of Take-Two. Take-Two made its largest acquisition of top 11 developer Nordeus. Oh, that's on mobile. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, the Zynga deal. What happened with it? Playdots to be shut down. I don't know. I don't know. Take-Two is not a logo I see in front of my face very often. They're working on a new BioShock game, something like this. Guess GTA 6 is coming out one of these days. Well, interesting. In what way will you have to give up your life to be a Take-Two employee? Would you move to Seattle? Oh yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the TV show. I can't keep track of anything, obviously. Why is this so slow? The CIPD? Sounds like some future police department. Is this broken? Zap. We got some zap. Ugh. I don't want to get pulled into like C++ land. You'd think there would just be like an extraordinarily simple hello world. And it's very discouraging if this is their very simple hello world. It's like, it's easy. Piece of cake. Hello world. This is just... Well, actually the light seems a little simpler than the light switch. So maybe is the light the thing we need to do? Let me just copy and paste all this. The thing that's tricky is like, how do we get... Where does it actually do anything? Does it actually do anything? So is that all in the driver? I like Seattle. I kind of miss it. I didn't miss Seattle. I didn't think I missed Seattle. Then I went to Seattle recently and was like, oh, I might miss Seattle. LED driver set temperature. So this is for input, it would seem. Where is that defined? Nobody knows. No one actually knows. I don't know how any of this works. What? Light main app driver, return that. Zap light. The app driver C++. Where is this? I thought GitHub showed that. Maybe it only does for certain languages. Like would let you see the... I mean, there's an LED driver.h, so presumably that exists somewhere. Common? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like what we're getting ourselves into here. Where is that? Where is this defined? Device how? Okay, here. Those are the includes. LED driver. GPIO. Device how? So you can initialize it, config. How do you give it like the pin? Well, maybe it doesn't matter because this will never finish installing, so we'll just never know. Like, how do you do anything? Wait, where was that? LED driver C. But just where? Oh. Oh. It doesn't actually do anything. What? It just has a comment that says, hey, you should do something. Hey, you should probably do something here. Okay, so I don't know which one we're actually including here. So that one was called hollow. I don't know, is that like, does that mean it just not implemented? This is not implemented. Except the brightness here though. So LEDC set duty. So you have to have a handle to the LED driver. Oh boy. Awesome. And of course this broke. Of course this broke. Why would you ever expect anything to work? Ever. Foolish of you to expect that anything would work. Virtual environment allows creative service to ensure pip is not available. Did we miss, I mean, did I miss a stage here? An open source project inexplicably breaking for no reason? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Okay, well, maybe I just have 100 things we need to install first. Prerequisites. What are the prereqs? Just install all these things. Why not? My pips are not in good shape, I gotta say. Definitely having some pip problems. Oh, that's not the password. That's the wrong machine. Oopsie. Okay, let's install a bunch of stuff in WSL. Unable to fetch some archives. Love it. Love this. I don't know. I mean, I haven't touched this WSL install for so long. I probably should have just blown it away and restarted because it could be in some nightmare state from some previous experimenting. Okay. Can we do this? Can we? All right. So all those packages. I'll just all these packages. This is really interesting. The the Mac and Windows as like leading development platforms. I mean, sorry, Mac and Linux, not Windows. Definitely not Windows. No complaints necessarily, and we've got Windows subsystem for Linux. So, okay, is that going to run that freaking thing again? I guess so. I mean, presumably this checkout worked, but I don't know. So I sort of feel like we need to run this whole thing again. I mean, surely we made it that far, right? So get into the Matterport. Great. And then do what? Got some submodules. I'm assuming this worked. But let's try it again. Expressive? Expressive? I've never been able to expressive. Expressive? I don't know. I always say it doesn't. I definitely don't parse it expressive. It just comes out as sounds from me, so I guess we're in the same boat. Okay. So we're going to wait for all eternity for this again? For it to break? I do like the cool ASCII art, I will say. Okay, while we're doing this, let's look at that FabGL thing, because that looked cool as hell. The idea of just doing raw graphics straight from a cheap ESP32 sounds so weird. We get input from a PS2 keyboard and a mouse. That's pretty funny. I don't currently have any PS2 hardware. I held on to like my old, some giant tank of I think it was an IBM keyboard forever with a PS2 to USB adapter. Okay. VGA output requires a DAC. Just a few resistors. Ben, this is it. This is the future. I mean, the term just the terminal emulator is cool. The sound generation is cool. This is all cool. It's got all of these emulators, which is crazy, because there's people that are like, on these old Intel 8080s, you can just like run an old version of DOS or play old DOS games or whatever. There's a 6502 right there. So that's like every old game console, right? Nintendo's was custom or slightly customized, I think. So like an I2C communications class. I'm gonna get some more ports. Can run an old IBM, yeah, IBM PC. That's crazy. That's crazy. So like probably my old, let's see, what was that, a Tandy 1000? I don't remember. What was the processor? So the original line was the Intel 8080. I think an 8086 is what I remember having. This is when I was quite young. But yeah, I think they originally just had a straight up 8080. I know, I miss those old IBM keyboards. My dad still has one in a closet somewhere. Like the gunfire, presumably just old cherry switches. I think this is cool. And it does have 2 cores, so you can like kind of do graphics things on one core. And process input or whatever. Look at those beautiful graphics. Incredible. Incredible. Wow. Well, VIC-20. Commodore 6, that's Commodore 64 chip, is that right? Is that true or false? Simple text terminal out. PC emulator. That's crazy. Like, I wonder what you really could get away. I always saw people drawing like 3D objects on YouTube with these. You see text to speech. Look at that thing. What is that? We're still setting up a Python environment over here. It's whenever I see the word Python, that means we just know it's going to be slow and frustrating and annoying. That's what Python stands for. The P stands for slow. The Y stands for frustrating. The T stands for annoying. And then the H, the O, and the N all stand for indentation. I wonder what the least annoying way to draw graphics with this would be. I mean, presumably the FabGL just has its own little library. Kind of surprisingly few videos with this. Did see a video of somebody who'd hooked it up to some projectors. I'm not really that anti-Python. I'm just not pro-Python. Maybe I'm a little bit anti-Python. I saw a video yesterday. Thought I did. This is really so annoying. Another guy like hooked FabGL up to a bunch of Pico projectors. Is that not true? Maybe I should just give up on everything and just become a Ooh, Ben, burn. Data scientists love Python. Machine learning people love Python, but it's all because of NumPy, which is not written in Python. Like the thing that people always give as an example of why to use Python is written in C, I think. I don't know, just because it seems easy. Seems easy. You can do a lot of things in it as long as you don't need to do them very fast. The thing that drives, the one that I actually find borderline offensive, and this is ridiculous, and I'm just an old person. Like, you know, whatever tool you want to use, use the tool. It's totally fine. I might think it's weird, but what do I know? But Python on embedded systems is like blows my mind out. Like running that means you're like, you've got this cute little guy and you're going to just run a Python interpreter on it to do the thing you're trying to do. Like MicroPython, CircuitPython, that stuff just blows my mind. Like in a resource constrained environment, running Python is crazy. Like how much power, what percentage of the system resources are dedicated to just running Python? Seems very silly to me. I know. I mean, everything Python related is slow and terrible. It's real easy to write things, though. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. When it was just, when nobody used it for anything except for like doing scripting in Maya, it was great. It was like, hey, cool. The scripting language. It's easier than like Maya's Mel scripts. Otherwise, I don't know. Whatever. People love it. People love Python. If you're doing things with graphics, Award3DTV, thanks for the follow. I mean, I'm sure some people do graphics with Python. Pygame exists, I guess. That's cute. Look at that cute little baby. It's a cute little baby. I can't even find the thing. Just wanted to see that video of this person. Yeah, this guy. This guy does some pretty cute things. He somehow gets like lots of sponsors from people. Sponsorships. The PCB companies do seem to like to sponsor people making weird things on YouTube, which is cool. Is this with... Oh, this must be a different library. This isn't FabGL. Yeah, so the main CPU, ESP32, which has enough RAM to run 640 by 400 mono displays at the same time. It's not bad. Why are we watching it? It's very cute. It's like cool particle visualizations. I'm actually pretty impressed with like the speed and responsiveness of these particles. I wonder what the frame rate is. Like what frame rate is dude getting? Doesn't really say, does he? It looks very responsive. I mean, it's hard to say if it's like video of a projection, but it looks responsive. I've not messed with Rust at all. I know that people like Rust. I have not had cause to touch it. It seems like a thing that eventually I will have to touch for a project. But I don't know. I tend to like scrape by like up here and down here. Like I don't like that. If I'm doing embedded things and whatever, let's just write it in C. I guess in this case we'll have to write C++. When I write C++, it's basically just me writing C because I don't really know all of the insane nonsense like language features of C++. I just don't know them. So I end up writing C anyway. And then if I'm not embedded, I got my buddy, you know, IL2CPP is going to take my C# and turn it into C++ for me. And then otherwise, I'm going to do JavaScript stuff that gets JIT compiled, but I'm rarely doing high performance JavaScript stuff, except for this freaking thing for Twitch in a few days that I'm so nervous about. I think for me, when I'm writing C, I have like a very constrained purpose. I'm like trying to do something on embedded hardware or some like very constrained thing, like a tiny library, whatever. And so I don't have to deal with any of the complexities of like trying to, you know, like large scale application architecture in C, which I think is where I would feel lots of pain. I just don't do those things. And so it doesn't bother me. But it's not, I don't get the sense people are writing large scale complex Python applications. I mean, I'm sure some people are, but like, it doesn't seem to scale into application land super well either. I am pretty content with C# for a lot of things. I've started using it here and there outside of Unity. Like places that I otherwise might just write some little Node.js utility. We're still waiting for this Python environment to set up, which probably means it's going to crash in any second. Highest VGA graphics sound game controllers. But not updated for 2 years, that's sad. Oh, this is a fork of this. Wait, is this a fork? So what's the original? I thought, am I just missing this? I thought it always showed you where the fork came from. What is this a fork of? What? Did I not just read that this was a fork? Am I not? Modified VGA library by Martin Lacostra. Oh, I see. So it's not a fork. Cute. Terry Darts, what's up? We are just watching watching this do nothing. GUI for C#, you mean? I mean, you won't like this answer, but if I have to make a GUI, it ends up just being a web page. It's web pages are good at showing buttons. They're not They're bad at most things, but if you just need to be able to click on a thing, it's not bad. I mean, I just don't know. I've never dealt with a UI system that wasn't terrible. Like there's just, I don't know that there's like a UR framework or system that I've ever thought was good. And so if it's going to be bad no matter what, I guess my thinking is like, I should just pick the most portable thing because it's always going to be bad. And everything has a web browser, so it can at least be bad very portably. I don't know if that's reasonable thinking. This is still going. Yeah. I mean, Electron's just a way to wrap your terrible web page. You can do, so I will say, since I have sadly, sad to admit, have had to do some like web application development in the last couple of years, that Vue is not terrible. As far as a way to like architect a GUI application and in a relatively sane way. I mean, it's reason people like React also. To like couple what's going on in your model with what's in front of your face, like it's not bad. And so I am actually kind of curious, like if I needed a native application, I still might use Vue. I might use Vue. Rather than just, you know, as opposed to Electron, I guess. In every instance that I might have wanted to do Electron, I've gotten annoyed with it and just had a little command line thing that just spins up a little web server. Because you can do that, what is it called, Zexy? Bing can't find anything, or DuckDuckGo can't find anything. Is that what it's called? No, what is that? Man, I haven't done this for a couple of years. I thought it was called Zexy. Oh, package is maybe the one I was using. But there was another one now. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so basically you just run a little command line dude and it just spins up a web server and then you just go there in your browser. I've done that for a lot of projects. Like when we have client projects and I need some like little backend thing that's going to route data or do whatever, and then the client needs some kind of GUI for it, I will just do this. They will run a little command line dude, get, you know, basic logging or whatever there, but if they actually need to interact, they will go to a website that is hosted by the little dude. I have found that so far preferable personally to Electron, but it's also a weirdo use case for sure. I don't know that I'd release something widely like that, I guess, but Electron just, I don't know, a little bloaty. It's all bloaty. Okay, I didn't really anticipate that we would be waiting this long to install a bunch of Python garbage. Also, why are we installing a bunch of Python garbage? Are we about to just do a bunch of C++ development? What? Why? Why? Why are we waiting on this? Did we not do both of these? Maybe I screwed up already also. I guess I didn't check out the ESDiff. Did I? I guess not, because I only see... Well, let's just make use of some more cores. What is with all the Python stuff? Why? Why? It could be, because there's something called zap that said zap generated. So yes, it could be. It could definitely be one of those situations where it's like, C++ is not usable by humans. Let's just generate a bunch of stuff with another language on top of all of that. Let's do that. I've been streaming for 2 hours and we haven't done anything. Anything at all. We could be making lights blink. We could be clicking buttons. Man, I guess we could at least get started with this. I think the IDF is like the actual build environment. Yeah, this is just, it's just not slow enough. I really needed to stretch out this stream by having an hour of me watching this little prompt try to install. I don't know why everything is so terrible. Everything with technology is so terrible. Oh man, you missed the streams from earlier this week when my faith in humanity was so shaken. Or from last week too, I guess. So Twitch is going to do something with Heat on Friday, and I was trying to shore things up, but there's just like some fundamental design flaws in one of the Cloudflare libraries I'm using, and it was just breaking me. But maybe we're okay. Actually, while we're just waiting for all this crap, let's go look at something. Because I seem to remember them announcing a way to get into durable objects other than just fetching. But maybe I'm very wrong about that. I thought there was like the fancy announcement that was like, hey, everybody, we got all the things, and new mini flare and worker D. Is it this? I thought I saw an announcement from them. There's been tons of announcement because they had their big like developer week. I thought it was something about being able to do durable object stuff beyond just a fetch, which is a bit annoying. Uh-oh, did that break? Did it work? Did it break? Let's just open all of these things. So also in like closing my eyes and just letting my brain run free on if we could solve these heat problems with PubSub, I think we can't in the way that I thought we could. With the way durable objects currently work. I think we still need some annoyingness. Match down to the code. Do what? Class is guaranteed to be unique. Single thread. I mean, I have a start on an alternative to dog, but I really thought we saw something going through all this. Am I just wrong about that? I thought the headline was something like, hey, you don't have to only use a fetch anymore. Was this the thing that was like, go full stack? Okay, that was just pages. Those are snippets. What's a snippet? What's a snippet? What is that? What is a snippet? I want a snippet. Traffic modifications that users can either cannot do via. Huh. What does that mean? Oh, well, that's interesting. Because I think there are some things that you could maybe do as a rule now with Heat that I'm doing by processing a request. I haven't looked at any of the new rules stuff, so I don't actually know. You can't transform the data? Because if I could go from a snippet if I could go from a snippet and like write to a queue or something, or write to a pub sub or something, well, maybe not. I can't do anything here. Okay, well, I don't know. Send suspected bots to a honeypot. Cookie modification. Oh, well, you know what? I do have to do some stupid stuff. Oh, maybe that's what I want to use snippets for. But was there any persistent storage or like persistent? Like on stupid things that I have to like, where I make weird little things and then we have to continually authenticate. So we have a backend for no reason other than some stupid API authentication. Maybe we could do all of that with a snippet, because I've got to port some stuff off of Heroku because they're going to start charging money. Okay, what are we doing? We're still waiting for that. What did we just run? We cloned this. Uh-oh, did I do this? Wait, what? Okay, we just cloned that, so we didn't even do this yet. So now let's go in here. I'm confused. Terrier, I don't even know what's going on. Okay, here's the things we're talking about. It should be so obvious. So, the thing we've been building for Twitch with Heat hopefully works. I added some like safety net features yesterday, and I'm definitely at the point that I feel like I just should not touch it anymore because I feel like whatever I do, I'm going to break it even worse. So I think I should not touch it. That's thing number one. However, once this event is done, I want to do some like overhauling to Heat. So I was just looking at some of these new features and new announcements with from Cloudflare, because they just made a ton of announcements, just to kind of see like, is there some stuff we could do, or like, are there any new fancy things we could do to make Heat work better? And so that's what I was just looking at. In the background, we're trying to get in a development environment set up for this little dork, so we can put it in that thing back there and give it a brain. I thought this is the file I was looking at, actually. But this is only specifically about TypeScript. Ben, you know what? I will say, I've said it recently, we'll say it again. TypeScript is pretty good. Like I can barely even stand to just write JavaScript anymore. It's almost impossible. TypeScript, okay. It's okay. I must just be wrong, or I just can't find it. Like, we definitely looked at this. We looked at that. I mean, I would actually, I don't know if it's just possible. I would actually kind of like to talk to Cloudflare about the architecture I have in mind. The thing that I want, I think I'm just not going to get, which is I want pub sub access inside of a durable object, but I don't think I can have that. TypeScript, I don't know if it's supported in the browser at all, but I've totally given up on, except for the tiniest of things. I just don't do anything without a build system, which I used to be very opposed to because it added more steps, but now it's just, and I hated them and they were slow, but Parcel is pretty fast. So Parcel 2 is pretty good and pretty fast. So setting up an environment is pretty easy. So it's relatively straightforward to like build it like you'd build your web, whatever, your web thing you're making, kind of like it's a sane application. So then everything gets transpiled into JavaScript for the browser because it's a browser. But this is just so much faster than anything I'd used in the past, where you would do, every time you'd make a change, you would be waiting and waiting. Like this is near instantaneous as far as like I make a change and then that change is reflected in the browser. So, and then Life of George was telling me about this, which I've seen and heard about. I thought it was only for Vue, but it seems to not just be for Vue. But it's another kind of a development environment that does like lightning fast HMR, so hot module placement. So it's just like hot swapping things in the browser without a refresh, which is, or well, maybe it does have a refresh. I think in some cases it doesn't. Anyway, it's pretty freaking fast. But I don't use it because of no reason at all, other than I've just been using Parcel, and Parcel has been mostly doing the things that I want it to do, mostly. I read so many of these articles and now I just don't remember what I was looking at. We're still installing the freaking Python environment. We're doing whatever's going on over here, which seems to just be very slow Git operations. I don't know. I see some Py in there. I don't know. I try not to be just like angry at Python just as a like for the sake of being angry, but it's so slow. Everything associated with Python I've ever used is slow. Streams API, I meant to look at that. Okay, so that's ready. So in that folder, install Python command not found. Cool. Okay, so right, streams API. I don't think that does what I want. Not steams. Streams, please. Yeah, because this mentions this. I don't understand actually. Like, byte-oriented streams. I don't quite understand the aim here. I got the function of the streams API was like literally for streaming. Does this mean we can just stream raw data? Okay, so we did this. So it looks like we technically do have the ESP IDF What? Are you telling me to edit your own? You can't figure out where you are? Oops, was that a thing oh my gosh. Okay. Is that a thing that was here? Go to, now compile ESP ID of projects, go to the project directory and run ID. What? I really don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know. Can we get just like a... I just want to like put something on this device, even if... Okay, do I have one of the right devices? I don't know. I think I do. Wait. What? We highly recommend installing ESP-IDF through your favorite IDE? There's a VS Code extension and I just installed all this crap? Is that because Matter... Let me just build my first project. Oops. Okay, presumably we did this stuff. Set up the tools. Fish. Install. What an annoying setup. We're still waiting for that. Hello. What was there an examples folder? Hello. getting started. Okay. Well. What does it want me to do? Let's just copy that. Get started, not getting started. Hello world. To here. Great. I don't know. I don't know which TTY I'm connected to. Check the port on Windows. That's annoying. But less TTY. But there's a million. So should we unplug it and just run this again and look for the difference? Do you spot the difference? Can you? There's no difference. I thought there was a thing that was like some alternate doodad. Okay, so just the COM port goes straight across. So can we see this? Are we going to be able to see this? I'm ready for a new computer, everybody. Rendered senseless saw my shopping cart. Saw what's going on. So is that this, COM8? Presumably COM8, so that'll be TTYS8. Weird port, but okay. TTYS8. So let's go into Hello World. There's a stupid Python script here. Great. Very good. Didn't we set a path for this? Or wasn't that part of what we were, like our whole goal here was? Can I do this? Will this run this? There's something secret here. Okay, does that seem right? What do you... Oops. I don't know how you do that. Oh, wait. So what are you mad about? Was it because it wasn't capitalized? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was my fault. So idf.py, command.pound. Very good. This is working really well. I'm very excited about this. This is great. Super good. So what's wrong with you? Is that It seems like that pi updated the path variable. Did I do something wrong? Where is that file? Hello? What is this? Where is this? Okay, what? Oops. Okay, we're in here. Did it really change my path? Because it kind of looked like it didn't. But who knows? Maybe I have some like other nonsense in my path related to Python. Sure looks like I do. So who knows? We already did this. Okay, now we see it. I don't know. Okay, what are we doing? I don't even know anymore. Okay, set target. We're still waiting for whatever nightmare Python garbage is going on here. Should I just be writing all this in Python? Like, it really wants Python. Should I just be writing this in Python? I don't know the answer. So, setting the target, running CMake. I don't really know what we're doing, but okay. I don't know. What a huge pain in the butt. I've only used ESP32 boards through Arduino because it's easy and fun and easy and fun. What's going on over here? Unclear. That was kind of cool that you can set like Wi-Fi setup and stuff. So is this just a code generator that's going to generate a bunch of code? Why is everything so slow? Why is it so slow to do this? Okay, well, let's go back to whatever we were reading about. That's interesting, but I don't really think it's what we want. Maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, that it's just workers could be accessed not just with fetch. Is that what I'm thinking of? Cache using fetch. Oh, we could also do the worker. Oh, that's what it was. I think it was worker worker services. Okay, well that took an absurdly... Like, how did it take that long to just set up a Hello World project? I don't understand. I don't understand. I hate all this already. Like... Okay, what are we trying to do? We're trying to run menu config. Ninja menu config. Hey, at least that was fast. Select target chipset. Okay, well, whatever. Board support. We're using board support package. What does that mean? So am I not actually supposed to do anything in here? So iadf.py build. So their whole development tool chain is all Python. Is that what we're seeing here? Definitely losing patience for this. Super cloud. Look at these guys. They live in the super cloud. Well, I still am confused, honestly. Is this what I'm... That's cool, though, actually. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Self-hosting workers. Where's binary C? That's kind of cool. That's quite interesting. This is so freaking slow. How can people deal with this? Is it better once you have it set up? Is there something wrong because I'm in WSL? Like, why is this so slow? Is my environment, my WSL environment, goofy in some way? Like, it's astonishing. How is all this stuff so slow? Maybe it's my environment. Maybe I'll try to set it up on the new Mac laptop, but this seems crazy. Maybe we should rewrite heat in Python and then transpile that somehow to C and then WASM it. How about that? Oh, excuse me. Okay, well, whatever. This may just be all... Okay, we did it. Building a C object. Are we doing... What are we doing? Mind you, this isn't even matter. We're not even to the point of having matter set up. This is just freaking... This is just... What's its face? Expressive IDF. How is this so slow? It's making me lose my mind a little bit. I wish this was more done, but unless it works in a way that is probably not going to work, then it may not actually solve my problems. I want to know more about the... Somewhere in here they talked about workerness. Not here. Does it integrate with Cloud for Workers? But I don't think that's true yet. I think that's the... Oh, integrate with workers. As an on-publish hook that receives all messages published to a broker. It allows the worker to modify copy to other destinations, filter, drop, etc., before they are delivered. So that's not what I need. Publishing directly to PubSub from workers. Subscribe to PubSub. But the issue is that this is not going to work in durable objects, is it? It's just not. So that would mean instead we probably want queues. How is this so slow? I cannot understand. Oh my gosh, did we actually finish our freaking... That took 55 minutes to set up the Python environment. How do people deal with this? Is this just some crazy thing with my WSL environment? Ben, how do people do work? If it takes 55 minutes just to like install the Python packages you need. I mean, maybe it really is just my environment is crazy somehow. Yeah, right. We skipped that. I don't know. Well, 55 minutes was only this step. Only this step. This step, it only took it 0.1 seconds to skip something, which seems like a long time to skip something. Like 0.1 seconds is a long time to not do anything for a computer. Okay. Cloudflare queues is another option. This is the problem, though. It's this. No, this is the problem. The throughput. The idea is when a fetch comes in, we would enqueue this, but totally independently. Oh, excuse me, this script could in this case, write it to a bucket. It took it 100 milliseconds just to write on the screen, but it couldn't do anything. Okay, well, I don't know what to do. This stream, I did not think it would take this long to get this stuff up and running, but here we are. Here we are, everyone. What a pain in the butt. Cyberpunk's on sale. Should we just buy Cyberpunk? Should we just buy Cyberpunk? What's on sale? Wow, is there a Steam sale start? Did the Steam holiday sale start today or something? Oh, the autumn sale has begun. Frostpunk on sale. There are Billions is on sale. Still seems a little expensive. Cyberpunk. Life is Yours has been playing Cyberpunk, I think. I want to go on a new machine before I do that. No. How is this still going? How is it taking this long to just build Hello World? Okay, is that what this thing means though? Is that what this means? Like, if you're using the supported, you can speed up development by using board support package. Do I dare, like, stop this and then try to add this? I just don't know. Oh, is that for... Oh, I see. Well, we may want to do this anyway, but I think that's not really what we're dealing with here. I don't understand how this is so slow. Environment looks good. You're ready to go. Reactivate this environment in the future. Source. We did it, everybody. What does this mean? There's nothing private in my environmental variables. That'd be kind of funny if I had like some private information in my env. Nothing appears to be we have a bunch of crap on this computer is what it looks like. I just wanted to get a new GPU, which has turned into a lifelong mission. Oh, at least this one has a counter. So this one's telling us everything that it's compiling. So this also has a counter. These are big numbers. I don't know, everybody. We might just have to stop this. So, okay. Speaking of the computer, and then maybe we'll just give up on this, give up on life. Well, speaking of a new computer. What I was just thinking is like one of the PC part picker little preset builds is actually pretty close to what I would want with some minor tweaks, I think. This magnificent build. I was thinking of getting the i9. I really don't know if I need it. One thing I didn't realize though is like it's 16 cores, but I think it's 8 real cores. You know, and now everybody's doing the thing. It's very like a AM or a ARM kind of thing. Is like real cores and efficiency cores or whatever. So these cores are not all created equal, and I don't quite understand the implications of that. But I mean, it's the same thing with the i9. There's just 24 cores of various description. So, but I think this guy, I don't think we need to liquid cool. I think we just get this little buddy, probably. Motherboard, it's funny, they don't seem to care about. They just have like a parametric filter, which is cool, that are just like, yeah, get whichever motherboard. I would want, this is DDR4, I would want DDR5, I think. Might as well just get future-ish things. Yeah, so this, I would get DDR5 memory. I'd probably just get a Samsung SSD. This is also using parametric. And then I do actually like this case. I like NZXT cases, always have. Get one of those, and then hopefully a 1,000-watt power supply would be sufficient for whatever the hell I eventually decide to put in. Do you think we'd use Platform IO with this without all this crap? This is bumming me out. That it's like, it takes an hour just to get ready to like, use this little board. I mean, it's not just the matter. There must be something wrong, right? There's no way that this is like the normal experience, right? It has to be something wrong with my setup somehow. I just refuse to believe. Anyway, the big question here is the video card, and I just don't know what to do, honestly. The 4000 series video cards are just too expensive. Like, the value proposition feels not there to me. They're impressive, but I just like, they're impressive, but they're real freaking expensive. So I don't know. There are the new AMD cards. I'm very curious what will happen with them. They are definitely cheaper. How that actually lines up with the NVIDIA cards, like, they're cheaper, but I don't think any of them are going to touch the 4090. So like how they line up with the 4080 whatever is yet to be seen, because we only have their benchmark. So like in a couple weeks, I think it's December 13th, those cards will be out. People will benchmark them. We will see. The other option is the issue I have, and maybe, I don't know, is like, and maybe this is going to change given the state of things, but like, I do enough stuff, or have been doing enough stuff lately with like whatever ML stuff or whatever, where NVIDIA still seems to be the default assumption for a lot of those cases. NVIDIA is still kind of the default assumption in some cases for even stuff like DLSS or their ray tracing solution, and so we just don't know. The thing I'm leaning towards now is just saying F it and just getting like a 3080 Ti or something for half the price of a 4090 maybe. So it would be like this machine-ish. Wasn't there like a clone button? Customize this proposed. I feel like I would want that i9 within, maybe the cooling would be a bigger consideration. You know, what if we just didn't do this? What if I just didn't have a video card? I would save so much money. It would be kind of amazing. So let's do this. Let's